Okay. Hello, hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon. I think it's just morning. I think it's just for me. I think nobody else is morning. But thank you for joining us. Morgan is very, very knowledgeable about every resource that we have available to help us to quickly find answers and be able to take ownership of your business. Means being able to go after those answers. Of course, your sponsor is more than happy to help you, but your sponsor isn't always readily available. Sometimes she has a 2-hour live sale going on. Sometimes she's at the hospital with her kid. Sometimes she's at the dentist. So if you have, questions that are pressing, that you need to keep going with your day and not get stuck, Morgan is going to teach us how to find them. So I'm going to let her take away.
All right. So, hi, I'm Morgan. I am a LuLaRoe fashion consultant and I'm a sponsor. And Natalia is my sponsor and our trainer here at Row Nation. So I'm excited that she gave me this opportunity to discuss some of the resources. I do think that it is important as business owners, and maybe sometimes we just need that reminder that we are business owners. So we do have to be accountable for our own business, be able to find the answers that we need. And that's what I'm hoping I can share with you guys a little bit of information about it. So I'll start off, I'll share with you guys, because this is kind of what they do on all the other trainings. I'll share my why. My why is actually related to my children. It started off as financial, and that is definitely in the forefront for us until we are in a place that it doesn't have to be. But for my kids, I want to get us moved to Michigan and be near family, because I do believe it takes a village, and my family's up there, and I want to be able to do those family holidays and stuff like that. So that's important. But also self-confidence. For me, I think it is important. I have a daughter who is a Spitfire and has a very strong will, and I think it is important for me to show her that you can be a confident mama and achieve, what you want to do, and do it with grace and be successful. So those are my whys. If you guys are on, if you could just click mute too, because I hear a little bit of a chatter, just so that you guys know when you log on, it does kind of kick that mic up. So our resources, we are so beyond blessed that we have this incredible upline. You guys have, if you aren't aware of it already, from our mentors and our trainers, we are so lucky to have the resources that we do. Any day of the week, you could probably find training between Team Unicorn Wranglers, Stop, Drop, and Row, Lula Rockstars here with Natalia. The training is quite immense. So we are lucky in that aspect. However, like I said, we do have to be accountable for our own businesses, but we are also lucky, even in the time since I onboarded in August of last year, 2016, and having fashion fundamentals and the amount of information that's available on Build and the way that they've set up 2 portals for us in our back office is incredible. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. If Facebook were to go down tomorrow, would you guys still be able to run your business? Of course, because LuLaRoe has set up an immense amount of information for you. So let's talk about first your upline. You guys, your sponsor is there to be a resource to you, to help you with knowledge of product, of these resources that I'm going to talk today, and point you in the right direction with your training, and make sure you understand the culture and the policy and procedures. Natalia is our trainer, and she's on Team Row Nation. This is her team and the Q Club that you're on for them. We also have Rochambeau, which is Ashley Ann, Stop, Drop, and Row, which is Autumn, and she's our current coach. I think Ashley Ann is a coach in Q already, but Autumn runs Stop, Drop, and Row, and she is our coach. And then Team Unicorn Wranglers by Phil and Danielle Russell, they are our mentors. And then there's, further upline, and they're really good about pulling on other mentors and just giving us other access to training. On Team Unicorn Wranglers, on the Q page for them, there is a How to Be a Unicorn Wrangler page, a booklet that kind of takes you step by step and finding your why and etiquette and stuff like that. And I do recommend, if you guys don't have it already, to go ahead and get that How to Be a Unicorn Wrangler booklet and start going through it, because there's different activities that you can do, and it'll kind of coincide with the training that Natalia is giving us as well. So that's our upline, and it's an incredible upline, and we have rock stars on our team, and we have great resources in those people that know how to kill it at this business, because that's what they're doing. They are knocking it out of the park. However, in addition, the LuLaRoe provided stuff, and a lot of it has to do with build. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip over. We kind of practiced this a little bit before, but I want to make sure I don't screw it up. I'm going to share with you guys on build. So first and foremost, it's been a topic of conversation is policy and procedures. This is your framework for your business. Policies and procedures can be found on build. In Q, you guys should already have access to this, and it's going to be, once you log into build, you're going to drop down over here to tools and assets and go to forms and agreements, and that pulls up this page right here. And it's right here. This is the LuLaRoe policies and procedures. If you have not already, which you should have before signing paperwork, you guys need to go through and read. My computer's going to be a little bit, this is my little laptop and it's a little slow without it. You need to go through and you need to read the policies and procedures and make sure that you understand it. If you have a question about your business entity or what is expected of you as an independent fashion consultant, this is all available for you right here. So, excuse me, I do want this, oh, don't go too far here, computer. The purpose of the policies. You may wonder why we have established, I mean, why is there a purpose of policy and procedure? And it's basically to set the ground rules, right here, sorry, I went too far. It's to, it says it right there, to establish the company policy and define the contractual relationship between the company and its independent fashion consultant. This is what you are expected as a fashion consultant, like for the company, but also it does kind of set some ground rules for what's expected of the company and what you can expect of the company. Also, to help you understand how to develop and promote their own business in an ethical, safe, and effective environment, as well as provide an equal opportunity for all independent fashion consultants to build a successful business. You guys, this is going to make sure that you are in compliance, and it's going to uphold the integrity and the culture of this company. That's important. We want to make sure that every consultant has the opportunity to be successful, and it does take guidelines in order for us to do so. So that is the point of the policy and procedures. I'm not going to go through each section on here. That's going to be your responsibility to make sure that you understand these. If you have any questions, go to your sponsor, and your sponsor will be glad to help you out with understanding. And if they don't know, then they have our incredible upline to reach out to and understanding it. So just make sure you guys are going through that. Let me close out. All right. We also have on this page the application agreement, and that's just kind of an, if you guys want to see a copy of what you signed, but that is what you signed in order to even get in queue. Understanding if you want to be a leader and be a sponsor and move your way up and have Lula babies and create your own team, the leadership bonus plan is good for you to understand, and that is available here in forms and agreements as well. Since you guys are in queue, this is going to be important for you to review. It's the guidelines, the Q guidelines. This again is under build in tools and assets and forms and agreements. And this is what's going to establish your expectations while you are still in queue. Natalia also did go ahead and put kind of a quick overview. She uploaded it today onto the queue page, things that are expected, things that you cannot do while you're in queue. Overall, it's just a time for you to learn the business, to observe other consultants and figure out what you do and do not want to make a part of your business. that'll obviously change once you onboard and you figure out what does and does not work for you. That's a little lesson that I've kind of learned. But at the same time, just observe, check it out, read, like it says, number 4, read and understand the policies and procedures. Make sure you have an understanding of the culture of this company. There's lots of little things that you can get caught up in. But first and foremost, get on those Q calls. Just, I kind of like to say, just drink the Kool-Aid. Love this company because it is a wonderful company to be a part of. And this is your time to really, before you get distracted and you start that hustle, this is your time to just enjoy it. Sorry. I have a very protective dog that likes to bark at anything that runs by. So definitely take a look over all of the queue etiquette. It is very important. It's UPS, but I know it's not what I want it to be. I'm going to shut the door real quick. Sorry. It's a little package, not a fun LuLaRoe package. Definitely no sales while in queue, and make sure that if you open up your VIP page, that they do understand that you are still in queue. This is why I pick up my LuLaRoe, so that he's not scared to come to my front door. All right, now the next, and this is my favorite part of this is what has got me so in love with the resources that LuLaRoe provides, is fashion fundamentals. You guys, it is amazing. If you need, first of all, Fashion Fundamentals is LuLaRoeFashionFun.com. It does require a password. You can get that from your sponsor. This has everything from inspiring you to establish your why, to styling tips, to time management. Everything's available on here. They upload videos from this past vision. I'm sure once we have convention this summer that there'll be more videos up of speakers, understanding the culture of the company, or just anything. So just an overview of Fashion Fundamentals. So when you log on, this is the homepage here. Up here at the top is a drop down. You have newsletters, which I think seem to come out quarterly. I was kind of looking over them. The last that they were out was in December, and it's got a little breakdown of just about everything that's kind of going on and changing. This one I think is important for you guys that are in queue. This is how you are going to get your most updated version of the onboarding package. You don't need to jump on a chat and say, hey, does anybody have the onboarding package to share with me? They may not have the most current saved. So make sure that you know how to access your onboarding package. And it's right here in Fashion Fundamentals. There you go. It's always going to be the most current. And you can just check it out, and that way you know if it's changed. This is going to be the first place that it's updated. There you go, most recent updated 11/21. So that is where you guys can find that onboarding package. Also, there is training in here on Build and Bless, including tutorials. Everything that I just went over as far as on what's on Build, those policies and procedures, that and more is going to be available for you under these tutorials. Literally anything that you want to do, it's there. There is going to be a lot of changes in Bless. That's all upcoming and is being discussed with the onboarded consultants already. So just keep in mind, they're going to keep it up to date for you, but just really focus on Build, how to do your orders, how to change your update pricing and stuff like that. That's all available for you here in these great tutorials. So, and it's a bunch of little videos. Sorry for my slow computer, but look, just the Audrey overview and Build and Bless. How to share your link to join your team. That's not applicable until you guys actually onboard. You cannot take on any Lula babies or sponsor anyone until you are onboarded. But so you can just take a look through all of these. And they're short. They're 1 to 3 minutes. It's not going to be a substantial sit down and watch an hour-long video. Alrighty. Also, so kind of go into a little bit more detail here on the training videos. Excuse me. So you can go ahead and you can, if you've missed Q Club, because it is important for you to go ahead and check out Q Club. Not this week, but the week before, Deanne was on and she shared her story, and to kind of hear it from her and how she got in this business and why it's gotten to where it is, that's important to hear. You want to hear it from Deanne. She is inspiring. She's, I say I kind of have like a unhealthy like adoration for her. She's amazing, and I love hearing her speak. If you haven't had the opportunity to hear her talk before, get on to these training and check it out. There's, the additional training that is for onboarded consultants, but that's right there for you. If you missed your Q Club call, usually within a couple of days it's available. Kaleidoscope. So I finally, when I checked this out, this Mother Nature creativity through colors and layering. This is kind of what was a little bit of a game changer for me, guys, when I started learning how to style and step outside of my comfort, is this these resources on here. This is the Kaleidoscope, and I really hope that they do more of it, but to kind of take a look at how to style and how to share stuff with your customers. Look at how awesome this is. It's a breakdown of how to kind of get some inspiration when you're styling stuff. So if you're feeling maybe a little bit like you don't know what to do with some of the items that you have in your inventory, I love this. Look how perfect this red here is for like Valentine's Day. For any onboarded consultants, just jump on here and get some ideas of how to style stuff, how to make your inventory look new and fresh. I love it. I love this little, I use this and just took a couple of ideas and was able to make several outfits just using this sort of inspiration. So love that. And then going more into the training videos. All right, all the build and bless tutorials. This is the important part of it. You can go ahead and you can access the training. Oh, sorry. Where's my, categories here. So say you want to do a little bit of training on your business and running a business. There are training videos, and you can see it's broken down in the different categories. Inspiration was a good one with, I hope it's pronounced Timber Young. They did a video with her not that long ago. She is a consultant that's been with the company for a while, and it was just her story. And it's sometimes great to hear somebody's story and realize, okay, she wanted her husband to be home with her. That's part of her why. A lot of us are military spouses or have husbands that have crazy schedules. Yes, we want to have our husbands. You can connect to them in that way. So the stories that are on there are amazing. I highly suggest you go ahead and check them out. Get through here. If you ever have a couple of minutes and you just need something to do, because we all have tons of downtime. But get on here and just check out Simon Sinek and some of the stuff that he does when he's speaking. Common sense stuff, but at the same time, just those little reminders that we need. He's awesome, and I hope that convention, because I'm determined to get to convention this summer, I really hope that he is there, because he's a great speaker. Anything that you can watch of Patrick's. Patrick is the designer for LuLaRoe, and think like a retailer. This is a preparation getting into the holidays and talking about anticipating Black Friday, anticipating what it's going to be like selling, getting close to the holidays when it's a little bit different than the rest of the year. All right. Time management is another really good one. This one right here is with Amelia, the Amelia. And watching this one is really important because it showed me how I had been managing time and what really needed to be important when I manage my business. I'm still a mom first and foremost, and I need to make sure that my kids are still a priority. And yes, I have to turn off my phone and I have to set it down and not be focused on that. Take that time from when my kids get home until they go to bed, that they need to be my top priority. In the way that she goes through it and talks about it and shares her experience running a business prior to working with LuLaRoe, I think that's really something that we need to hear. So this breaks down lots of different just aspects of LuLaRoe, and there's everything from, these are basically like being in LuLaRoe, and the business is LuLaRoe. But take a look through it, guys. This is great stuff that LuLaRoe is just giving to you. This is just you have this access to this amazing information. And December, Phil Russell did a challenge to watch 15 videos through the month of December. 15 videos is nothing. You could sit down and you could do that in a weekend. So if you need a little something to focus and keep you like the momentum going while you're in queue, just jump on here once a day and watch. Some videos are 3 minutes, some videos are an hour. Okay, yeah, anticipate the hour ones and maybe after the kids go to bed or during nap time. But I listen to stuff when I'm taking my photographs or while I'm driving in the car. I'll just put it on and listen to it. You don't have to watch the whole video, but definitely check this out. There's lots of, we as retailers, it's important that you do understand that your business is now fashion. It's now retail. So it's important to educate yourself. Make yourself a professional because that's your job. You need to be a professional. This is your business and it is for you to embody it and teach yourself. So those videos are fantastic. There's some other fun stuff. As far as the styling sisters, I love it. They'll have the different sisters, Carly and Cassie and Anna and Amelia. They get on and they'll take one style, such as like the Mimi, and show how they've styled it. I think that's great, just to show the different take on stuff, how to infuse it into your wardrobe already. So I love it. You can also get information here, Life in LuLaRoe. I think they have the video, or they have pictures of people that work in like the graphic design and stuff. Really cool. Resources here. If you guys want to go ahead and take a look, these are going to be other just additional things that you need to know as far as frequently asked questions, the weekly training webinars. That's for onboarded, but just know that it's there once you do onboard. Fundraising, if you want to know how to do a fundraiser, because it is important as part of this culture. Giving is just as important as what you get, and if not more important, and fundraisers are definitely encouraged. So know the ins and outs of it. So if something comes up, that you're able to go ahead and maybe turn it into something good and make a fundraiser out of it. So lots of stuff in the springtime with kids' schools and all that. Thinking like my daughter's dance studio, competition season's up. What can I do to help out with those girls and maybe do a fundraiser and cover the costs of them traveling to one of our competitions or something. So that is fashion fundamentals. There's so much to explore. I just wanted to quickly just show you, especially that onboarding package. You can get the most current on here and just really start going through these videos and learning all that you can while you have time. I promise you, you will get that call and you will onboard and you're going to be wishing for the days when you were in queue and we're able to just have a little bit of time to breathe and stop and look. Now that I've onboarded, I feel like I barely even get a chance to see what everybody else is selling. It's crazy, but it's awesome crazy too. Don't get me wrong. We like that that hustle. So I guess I'll open up for fashion fundamentals is kind of its own separate entity than build. Does anybody have any questions about fashion fundamentals? Where can I see the Q&A? There, chat. Okay. Oh, does anybody have any questions? You can just unmute yourself and ask a question, I think.
I want to just touch on a couple of topics. Morgan did an amazing job. Thank you so much, Morgan, for your time and for helping us out with this. Couple of things, like Morgan mentioned, be aware that there are changes coming to our system. I am fairly certain that they will keep fashion fundamentals updated for us as those changes are implemented. And as we get training on it, you guys will be getting training on it as well. So stay tuned. Everything that's coming is extremely exciting, and it's mind-blowing. You guys, we're sitting at the grown-ups table now, and we're very, very excited about everything that's coming. So stay tuned for that. Also, the How to Be a Unicorn Wrangler guide, it is in Phil and Danielle's Q Club page. If you have not been added to that Q Club page, I personally don't add all of my QBs because it's just repeats the same information that we have already. It is on this Q Club page as well under files, so make sure that you look for that there. And it is mentioned on the week 1 training album. And then as far as fashion fundamentals go, my favorite part of it is in watching the videos. You get to see the people that are truly behind this company, home office, Andy Ann and her family and her kids, and you see their whys and you see their heart. Like, you really see them for the people they are, not for the company or the logo or the money or the boss or the rule makers, but you really see people's heart and soul in the training videos that they do. It just makes you feel so connected to home office. It makes you really appreciate how much they love us, how much they work for us, and how much they love us back. So it is an incredible part of the culture and an important portion of feeling connected to them and helping propagate that culture as well. So.
And Natalia, there's one last thing that I did want to share with everyone, and it's back in Build, and it's the assets page, because I do think it's it's wonderful for onboarded, but there's a few things for as you're prepping for onboarding as far as knowing MAP and all that. If you guys are not familiar with assets, it is on Build. Again, go down to the tools and assets and go to the assets page, and it's going to pop up a whole separate section. And there are LuLaRoe approved graphics, information, all the forms and documents that you need. Check that out, because that's a great place for you to find stuff that you need as well. You don't need to ask somebody what's MAP because it's in assets. Just go there. Stop, don't waste your time waiting for somebody else to answer when you have that answer right there in assets. So I do highly suggest that you bookmark that page onto your desktop or onto your server, whatever you internet search, and have access to that, because that is also important. There are some things when you're going through policy and procedure, you'll see that LuLaRoe only wants you to use LuLaRoe provided or approved templates for your cards, you want the big logo for a banner or anything like that. That's all available to you in assets. So make sure that you know where that stuff is, because if you want to print a big banner for vendor events, that's where you get it. It's all in assets, okay? So just want to make sure you know where that is. It's got all the capsule information. Like when we had the Elegant, it told us all the MAP pricing for that, and and all those fun graphics that they spend a lot of time and probably money putting together for us. So make sure you know where that is. Okay, I'm done. Thank you so much for letting me do this. It was fun. So
I'm glad. Does anybody have any questions? You can type them into the chat, or you can unmute yourself and let us know. No? That's it? All right, everybody. Thanks again, Morgan. I appreciate your time and your knowledge and for sharing that with us. I hope you guys have found this helpful. This is being recorded. I will be posting it to the Q Club page as soon as it is finished. I don't know, whatever the computer does with it. And as you rewatch it, if you didn't catch it in real time and you're just doing the rewatch, type your questions in the comments and we'll get back to it as soon as possible. All right? Oh, hold on. Thank you so much. Thank you, Christine. We appreciate it. All right. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.